Well, it's a welcome relief. We're getting a little bit of rain. Real unusual, and it ain't gonna last very long, but we'll take every drop. For the last 3 days, that candy truck has been at or near 130 degrees every day. That's a long stretch when you're in there for 4 hours plus. So with that in mind, though, you're here for a story. Well, summertime is, as far as I'm concerned, considered school time. Summer school, if you will. Not at the schools, but at the pool. And one of the teachers, well, it's me. And I do my very best in my very limited way and very short access at a time to children to give them an education. For example, one of the ways I teach children is when they come up to get free treats, they're out of money, what have you, and they want something for free, and I give it. And when they turn around and they walk off, I say to them, okay, I didn't know your parents were that evil. Terrible, evil people they must be. And of course they stop. Sometimes they'll say, my parents aren't evil. Or most of the time they just stare at me wondering what is going on. And I just continue then and say, well, your parents must be evil because they never taught you to say thank you when somebody gives you something for free. They never even taught you to say thank you. Well, most of the time they immediately say thank you. And you know, you only have to do that lesson one time. One time, and it's usually learned. Very seldom do I ever have to do that twice to a child. Now, when I've got 20 people standing in line for a snow cone, and a kid wants something free, and I give it to him, and he walks off, and I say that to him, and he's a minority, black, Latino, whatever it might be, doesn't matter, the race, and I say, I didn't know your parents were evil here in McCook. I didn't know they were the most evil people. The most evil. And you better believe, especially the adults' eyes get big and they're thinking, is he a racist? And of course then I continue, that your parents have got to be evil because they never taught you to say thank you. Again, a great lesson, a quick, snap lesson that digs deep into their soul. Because when they're small, they look up to their parents. And because of their actions, it comes back on what people think of their parents is the lesson. And it works quite well. It works quite well. Now, if by chance you think that only children get an education at my school, you'd be mistaken at the pool. I had an adult, about a 30-year-old man, come up this year. Without his shirt on, he'd been swimming with his kids at the pool. And his arm had a great big Nazi swastika on it. And so I reached in my pocket and pulled out a weapon. I said, my weapon. It's a compass, one of my weapons that I use quite often. And I said, sir, it doesn't take this compass to tell me you're going the wrong direction because of that Nazi swastika. And he says, I'm proud of my race. And I said, I'm as white as you are and proud of my race, as everyone should be proud of their given race. But I don't need a Nazi mentality to be able to be proud of it. And that Nazi race is not what you want. Because rest assured, it is, just as communism, our brothers, the Nazis and the communists, are a total government control. And they're the left wing. That's far left wing is either a Nazi or a communist. The far right wing, well, that's no government at all. Most of us want something in the middle, leaning toward the right. Be that as it may, you're going the wrong way. Not only for your own soul, but for your children who look up to you. You may be breeding more Nazis, and rest assured, that's the last thing you want, because this country's headed that way if we're not careful. You're going the wrong way. Many lessons I teach, some people learn, others reject. But I move every chance I get And I speak every chance I get to try to defeat the dark side and the God of this world. I said I try to defeat the God of this world every chance I get. And the God of this world? Well, the Bible tells you who he is. It's the devil. Rate this film.